Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. This python caught her by her leg and started coiling around her. She's screaming. She's screaming. Imagine. She thought life was bad. Life is worse. Screaming. She said, screaming for Nala, saying, O King, Kavera, you come and save me if I die. If I die, then you will not be able to live at all, just for your saving your own, just for living. You come and save me. You come surely, O King, come, because your fortune will turn good one day. Now it's bad, but it will turn good. Things will become happy, and when things become good for you. And if I'm not there, if I die, how will you be able to enjoy anything? Will you be able to do it? Come save me! She's shouting, and actually she was more worried about him. She was not that much bothered about the python, but there it was. It was happening. Python had caught her. Nothing she could do. The fangs were in her feet. Caught. There's only one hunter came from nowhere. The hunter came, a forest guy. Came running, he saw this and he took out his, sword and he cut that python to pieces and saved her life. He rushed and he brought some water and some leaves, etc. because the thing had bitten deeply into her leg. And he gave that medicine to her so that she can take care of herself, etc. And then she said, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing in this forest all by yourself? So poor thing, this hunter had come and saved her. So she told him, see, I am Princess Damayanti, Queen Damayanti. Old story she tells him. He says, yeah, good. Now he is seeing an opportunity. The hunter. Damayanti, beautiful girl, wearing one cloth dress. Has told the whole story, husband has left her, gone. They don't have anything and all that. So he said, don't worry, I'll take care of you. And all that. He started to now speak to her in that language. Saved from the python. Gone to the hunter. So she said, no, don't talk to me like that, etc. He said, no, what can you do? And all that. And he tried to grab her. Then in anger she said, if it is true that I have not even thought of a man other than Nala, may this low-down killer of animals fall lifeless now. And he died. The power of the truth. The Shama Shastri, one of the Trinity, Carnatic music Trinity. Once some shopkeeper harassed him for no reason. Low down way. So he issued a cursing, he'll be burnt to ashes. No sooner had done it, the shop bloody burnt and he died. And then he was so remorse, he felt, why did I say like this? Likewise, there she is. So she said, and that fellow died. He then proceeded in the forest, alone, forest full of all kinds of animals. There were lions and cheetahs and tigers and buffaloes and bears. Somehow she's surviving and she's walking and she's seeing all kinds of trees and flowers and rivers and ponds and birds and ghosts and snakes and rakshasas and sudden canyons. Sudden hills, rocks, all kinds of waterfalls, all that she's seeing and she's going, but she is unafraid. By now, I don't know, she seems to have lost fear. Well, Vyasa says, Tejasa yashasa lakshmya sthitya cha paraya yuta vaidharbhi vicharatyeka nalamanveshati tada. Sthitya cha paraya yuta, with terrific courage. Because of her tejas, her spiritual fire, by her Lakshmiya, by her Shobha, by her own charisma, all that, she continued going through the forest searching for Nala. If there was one problem that she had, was she was deeply suffering separation from Nala. That was eating her up from inside. She walked all over the forest, calling for him. Chatvare kato veda sangopanga savistara swadhina murja vyagra satyamekam kilaikatah. He said, our ancients have said, if we take all the 4 Vedas on one hand, and if we could take a piece of truth on the other hand, truth weighs more. Truth weighs more. And you, O king, on the day of Swayamvara, you said, till the breath goes out of my body, I will never leave you. I will be with you always. You love truth. How can you have left me? Where are you? How can you destroy me? Like this, he's shouting. Where shall I go? Whom shall I ask? Shall I go and ask the lion, O king of the forest, where is my husband? Have you seen him? I am the daughter of king of Vidarbha. My husband Nala is lost. I am somehow separated. Have you seen him? Shall I ask the lion, or do you want me to ask a hill or the tree or a river? What do you want me to do? Whom shall I ask? When Sita is kidnapped by Ravana, Rama is like this in the forest. He's asking the trees, he's asking the birds, he's angry with them. Tell me, he says, threatens them. Tell me where is Sita gone? Few occasions Rama shows anger. In fact, first when he sees Jatayu dying, he thinks that Jatayu has done some mischief. Anyway. Now, after running around like this for 3 days and nights, suddenly she saw an ashram. An ashram of rishis, tapasvis. Right there in a nice clearing in the forest, there was an ashrama. And just by the mere sight of the ashrama, she saw, and the rishis were looking like Vasishtha and Bhrigu and Atri, like that. Blazing rishis were there, smiling rishis, she saw. And just the sight of them in the height of the ashrama, her sorrow lifted. Her all the fatigue, all the stress, all the grief, tiredness, all that lifted just by the sight of the ashrama. Mahabharata and Ramayana also says, ashramam shramanashanam. Ashrama is where your shrama is destroyed. She saw that. And they welcomed her. They saw her, they welcomed her, they immediately saw to her comfort, they gave her some food to eat, all that they did. And they asked her about her, who are you, etc., as if they didn't know. So she told them everything, all this has happened, etc. So they all listened to her whole story. And then they told her, Kalyani, don't worry. Don't worry. By our tapasya, we can see that everything will be all right with you. And you will be alongside him after he regains the kingdom, and both of you will rule the earth again, my lady. He will be the Chakravarti and you will be by his side. We can see. It will happen. They say, and they bless her, say, we bless you, and suddenly, no ashram, no rishi, no tapasvi, disappears. Nothing. Just comes from nowhere, and she is in the lowest. And husband has left her, python almost killed her, hunter tried to molest her. All that has happened. And nothing. She is down and out completely. She has questioned Nala, saying, you have forsaken truth. What is left for me? Then the tapasvis come, because of her own spiritual stature. They are there in front of her, they bless her, and having blessed her, they disappear. She is wondering whether she dreamt the whole thing. Did this really happen? Or am I having hallucinations? And again she fell into depression. Nothing good can happen to me, like that. She's thinking in deep depression and wandering around in a crazed condition in the forest. And suddenly in the forest, she spotted far away a group of people walking. A big group of people were walking. They were traders. The traders were going from place to place. Through the forest they were going. And she found them. So she ran towards that group. She just ran towards that group. And her hair, how was she? Her hair was absolutely dirty. She had one piece of cloth which has never been washed. And hair open, etc. In a crazed condition, she's running towards them. As such, she's fair looking, and with all this mud, this, that, and then she's running towards them. And seeing her, those people thought some Mohini Pishachi, something in the forest is coming towards. They got scared that there's some bloody female ghost bloody coming to attack them. So they started shouting in fear, and many started running here and there, and and she got more terrified because they were screaming and they were running and all that. But somehow, some people among them had some courage. They stopped. They said, "It looks like," and then they waited. She came, and then they asked her, "Who may you be?" "Oh Devi, who are you? Are you Vanadevi? Are you the Devi of this forest? Did we disturb you? Or are you Devi of the mountain? Or are you a Yakshi? Or are you a Rakshasi? Or are you a Devi from God, heaven? Or whoever you are? Please don't do anything to us. Please protect us, oh Devi." Like that, they fall at her feet. So she gathers her breath and her dignity and all that, and tells them, no, I am human and all that, and tells her, saying, "I am searching for my husband, who somehow I have lost him, and he's Nala, he is wearing one small piece of cloth. Did you see anybody of that description? We have been coming through the forest, I've been searching for him." And they say, "No, we have not seen anybody like that, oh Devi, but you can be with us," whatever, and all that. So she says, "Where are you going actually?" So they say that we are actually traders and we are going to Chedi Raja. We are going to the kingdom of Chedi, where there is Raja Subahu, and we are going for trade there. So that's how we are going. So she joins them. She says, "I'll come along with you." So she joins them in that march. Chedi Raja. She joins them in that march. Damayanti went with them. So at night they have to halt somewhere. So they all halted somewhere near a lake. There was a lake called Padma Saugandhika. And they halted in this bank, tired to the bone. They've been walking all day. And they all just fell asleep in the night. And around midnight, little after midnight, one huge herd of elephants came for water. Okay, and like a huge herd of elephants on the march is like tanks on the roll, like battle tanks on the roll. They just smash their way through their forest. That's why Vinayaka is called one who removes obstacles. Nothing will be in their way. They'll just smash this way, that way, and they'll come. So they came, and within no time, life had been completely crazy because they just crushed the people on the way who are lying and sleeping. An elephant, and can imagine. A typical Asian elephant will, it will be about 5,000-6,000 kgs in weight. Yeah, baby when it's born is 100 odd plus in weight, kgs. Eats 100 kgs a day, an elephant. That kind of elephants, and African elephant double, 11,000 kgs. How do you distinguish between an African and Indian elephant? Not just by the size alone. Ears. And they say that the ear of the African elephant is shaped like Africa. The ear of the Indian elephant is shaped like India. Just shape itself. That said, the Indian elephant, the male has got tusk, the female doesn't. Whereas in Africa, both of them have. So, interesting animals. So, there they are. So, these huge herd of elephants came smashing through suddenly into the forest, middle of the night. Nobody knew what happened. Suddenly they were all getting trampled by elephants. Other dying, people are getting up. They had no time to react. They had terror. Some people are trying to climb trees to escape these elephants. The elephants are just snatching the trees and tossing them here and there. Where will you go? I mean, this whole crazy thing. People are screaming and all that. And then some people try to, in between all these traders, whether life goes or not, they're trying to save the things that they have brought. So the whole day trying to see if we can somehow take those things with them when they die or whatever. So they're trying to catch that. And some others are trying to loot the others' things. That this is only opportunity to loot, etc. And complete mayhem and chaos because people started fighting with each other, even though the elephants are there, saying, you're taking my thing, you're taking, all that is happening. Mayhem, chaos. And just Damayanti, somehow she had escaped this trampling. She got up and she couldn't believe what she saw. There was absolute gadar going on with these elephants and these people and all that. She got totally terrified by the sight of what she was seeing. In her life, she had not seen anything as crazy as this. Dead people, trampled limbs, all blood and gore and elephants and people, all that. And then she heard some people speaking. Some people speaking aloud to each other, saying, how could this have happened? How could this have happened? Perhaps we did not pray to Vinayaka when Lord Ganesha when we started our journey. Is that why this has happened? I was saying, no. Somebody shouted, it's all because of this evil person, this woman. She is a pishachi. She is a pishachi only after she's come. This has happened. She has come. She is going to kill us all. She is not a human being. She is a devil in disguise. She is a ghost. She is a yakshi. Like that, they started. We should kill her before she kills us. And all that, they're shouting to each other. This woman, she just gets up, Damayanti, totally terrified. And she just runs for her life into the forest. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Janaki Kanta Smaranam.
Jai Jai Rama Rama.
Gopika Jivana Smaranam.
Govinda Govinda.
Vetrivel Muruganukku. Shri Sadguru Swamina. Shri Anjaneya Swamina.